Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that wants to communicate about their feelings or their crush, but they have basically made the assumption or conclusion that you're not interested. So they would rather kind of pull back or ignore how they feel, assume that nothing's really going to go anywhere. So I kind of think this is somebody who's dealing with some confidence issues. We've got, by the way, this is the Masonic Tarot. So the Three of Gold, for example, would be the Three of Wands because gold is correlated to fire. So this is somebody who's not taking action, not making any efforts towards somebody, and it's because there's a lack of confidence or some reason to believe that you wouldn't really be interested. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, and happy Friday, everyone. Hello, James. Hello, Corey. Hello, April. Hello, Key Controller. What's going on? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box below, and right below that, you can find additional information on my membership options. Hey there, Tim. How are you doing? Awesome. Let's start off with the Tattoo Tarot and see what else we've got for you. Eight of Wands, Five of Pentacles, and the Six of Wands. I think this individual has thought about what they want to say. They may have even written it down. They may have even typed up a text message, and then they think to themselves, this person's not going to want me. They're not going to say yes. They're like everybody's crush. There's too many other people that would want to be with them, and who am I? They're not going to be interested in me. So absolutely some confidence issues here, and in part it's because they feel like there's so many people that are interested in you, or that there are so many people who look up to you or find you attractive. Two of Pentacles, another Three of Wands in the reverse, not taking action, because if I were to move towards this, or if I were to say what I want, I don't know if I would get the answer that I want. So therefore, I think I'll just kind of be quiet. And they may be focused on, maybe I can work on my fitness. Maybe I can try to get a raise. It's like, I gotta be better before I can pursue this person. Hello, Lemonade. How's it going? Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Five of Wands, clarifying the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords in the reverse. If I were to pursue you, you would probably just tell me that there's somebody else that you're interested in, or maybe it would start an argument. So instead of getting my heart broken, I guess I will just keep these feelings to myself. It sure has, Lemonade. And I sure do appreciate you for it. All right, what else do we have? Two of Wands, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. So we had a Five clarifying a Five and a Two clarifying a Two. 10 of Cups and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. I think about how things could be if I were to tell you how I feel. I fantasize about what it would be like to live with you or take vacations with you. Maybe they think about having a family with you. But the Nine of Cups in the reverse is, I don't know that I am what you want. I don't think I'm good enough. There's probably somebody else that you're more interested in. This is the Love Oracle. What else do we have? Hey, Laura, how are you doing? Hello, Andy. What's going on? That's true. Hello, Books. What's going on for you? So we've got clarity, truth, intentions, honesty, divine feminine, yin feminine energy, and return. Oh, okay. So I think we've got somebody who is reconsidering. Yeah, I sat and kind of held those emotions back because I didn't feel like this person would be interested in me. But now I'm starting to think that maybe I should take a second chance here and actually communicate what I feel for this person. So maybe they've changed their mind. Ooh, second time today we've gotten the twin flame card. I feel like this is somebody realizing what their connection is. We have loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing, and apology. So this first card is return and is clarified by apology. And one of the words at the bottom is return. Somebody's coming back around to tell you more about how they actually feel and what they want after being a little bit uncomfortable to do so in the past. This is the Edgar Allan Poe. We've got the Magician. Five of Cups. I can't make this up. Five of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Five of Cups. Only missing the Five of Swords. The number 5 is important, and it is also indicative of somebody going through change. This is somebody who knows if they want to approach you, they have to do so after they've made some changes. They may have the presence of mind to know that it was their courage or their insecurities, right, that they needed to work on, because they keep thinking about how they wish they had communicated to you just how much they feel for you or what they actually want. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, a long wait, somebody who feels like they missed their opportunity. Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, this seems like a bit of a recovery. Remember, we had the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. This talks about intuition, somebody being able to pick up on clues, but also somebody who is confident in themselves. This is a single individual, somebody who is not in a relationship, but also this particular card always makes me feel like we have a person who knows what they want. So this is a return after somebody's done some healing. And with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, they are no longer wanting to keep their feelings to themselves. They feel like they need to address what they left unsaid and have this heart-to-heart conversation and apologize. Emperor in the reverse, Justice, and the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So I didn't pursue what I wanted. I didn't tell you the truth of how I felt, or I made it seem like this wasn't really important to me, but I'm back after thinking about things to tell you that it was really just because I didn't think that you would ever actually like choose me. They're going to tell you the whole like scope of beginning to end. Here's why I did this, and here's why I'm standing in front of you right now. Here's why I'm talking to you right now. Another Three of Wands in the reverse. We've gotten that 3 times from every tarot deck. 3 of Wands in the reverse. 10 of Pentacles clarifying the 9 of Pentacles, and the 8 of Swords is crossing the 10 of Pentacles. I had to address my mindset. I had to change how I view love. I had to change how I view myself. I had to accept that I deserve to be loved and not assume that everything would always go poorly, or that I didn't have any right to expect you to love me for a long time. I had to change how they viewed it. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? What else? This is the Wild Reflections. 6 of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Swords. I knew that it wasn't the right time, or, I was lacking in terms of that confidence or courage. But now I've been able to be honest with myself. Another, you gotta be kidding me. The Three of Wands now, it's in the upright. No action, no action, no action. You getting some action. This Queen of Swords is somebody deciding, I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to let you know what really happened. I am taking that action that I was so scared to take. I'm going to confess my feelings for you and tell you what actually happened. Seven of Swords in the reverse, coming clean, being honest, letting you know what really happened. Eight of Wands, communication, Empress, divine feminine. I put you on a pedestal. I felt like you were too good for me. I didn't have the confidence to approach you the way I wanted to, but that's okay because I pulled back and I worked on the things that made me feel like I wasn't good enough for you. And now I'm back, baby. It's like somebody's energy is completely different. You will recognize them, but you will also see that they are not the same person. We've got the King of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse again. You expect this person to be this Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, maybe not necessarily picking up on their intuition, or they're not, they don't have that like sparkly, confident energy, right? But this King of Swords, they're going to tell you the truth about it. They look confident, don't they? They're going to tell you why things happened the way they did, tell you what they've been up to since then. And now they've got confidence. They've addressed the fears that held them back from feeling like they could actually pursue a romantic connection with you. They've made the decision to come forward, tell you what has been going on, let you know why they didn't pursue you. And now their hope is, let's talk about it. Are you interested? Is there a future? This is the conversation they've been thinking about having for months, maybe years. They're finally having it. And they know you might reject them. They know they might not get what they wanted, but they're still going to pursue you. This is What's the News? Honeymooning, long haul, and lust. You're going to get an apology because this person would spark feelings or make you feel like there was something there, and then they would run away, or they would say, there's too much going involved. You might have thought this was just a Knight of Wands energy, somebody who just wants that physical connection and doesn't really want to invest in something long-term. This is going to be the moment where you realize what was really going on, why they ghosted, or why they ran away, or why they didn't communicate with you as much as they should have. Hey, Michael. How's it going? Hey, Rainbow Warrior. How are you? We've got lift off. Why do I do that? I added T at the end of off. Lift off, fast action, progression forward. The wait is over. I'm not going to pretend I don't feel this any longer. I'm ready. I have confidence. You're looking good. And I want to see if there is any interest in me. See, the thing is, if they had approached you before, it would have been a flash in the pan, or, something that was just physical, because the emotional side really did confuse them or wasn't interesting to them. The thing is, they avoided that, or they called themselves out on that. Maybe you called them out on it. They've been approaching healing with a different mindset, and that's why they feel more comfortable with their emotions and why they want to talk to you about like a committed relationship. This is the hidden truth. What else do we have? I don't know what comes next. I'm waiting patiently. I feel so drawn to you. I won't let you down. They do have a changed mindset, a sense of determination and confidence. I want to start over. Do I still have a chance? I feel so happy with you. I'm recovering. And I can't do this. They don't want to be away from you any longer. They have tried to pretend they don't feel anything. They have tried to pretend that they could find somebody like you or that they could let go of these emotions. They can't. So that's what motivated them to finally get working on those things they needed to change. And that's emboldening them. Now they feel like there's a chance to make things actually work with you. So that's why they're ready to have this conversation. Hello, Alana. How are you doing? Good question. This is the untold messages of the heart. This isn't about you. I'm working through a personal issue. I want this so badly, but I'm afraid of getting hurt, so I self-sabotage. Even though we shouldn't, I still want you. And we have the word forbidden at the top. There's judgment from third parties or your social community that concerns this person or has concerned them. Clingy, feeling trapped pushes me away. Please give me some space. Hey, Illuminati. How are you doing? You are the one, the only one. I don't think this is somebody who would be throwing out offers for commitment very often at all. I think you are the only person that has gotten them to picture that type of life. And they have been going through a lot of karma. This is one of the reasons they've been pursuing healing. They know that in order to get through this more kind of like struggle type era of their life, that they need to work on their healing. I have so much going on in my life and I'm struggling to juggle it all at once. I'm not sure if this is a good idea. I'm overthinking everything. What will everyone else think? Again, other people are involved in some way. Other people would judge you all for being together. This is the voyage of the soul. Hello, Nawaji. How are you doing? We have the universe, God, source, intelligence, prayers, support, and above. Lessons, distress, dark night of the soul, loss, and experience. And vivid, imagination, lucidity, creativity, visions, and clairvoyance. I see things clearly now because I've gone through this healing. Now I understand why there's such a pull between the two of us and why I want to be loyal to you when I haven't wanted to do that for anyone. They were very confused by how they felt. They have not felt this strongly for anyone else. This motivated them to remain quiet. They didn't know what to say or how to say it because you basically confused this person. Vessel, body, nourishment, wholesome, nutrition and health. I do think this person has been focusing on their health. They may be going to the gym. They may be trying to change their approach to nutrition. But I also think there's something about when this person is around you, like physically around you, possibly when they are hugging you or actually touching you, they feel it in their body. They feel healthier. They feel vital. They feel alive. There's a noticeable difference in terms of how they feel and their perceived health when they're around you, and they've realized that. All right, let's actually get a few from The Truth Is. What else do we have? Self-centered, preoccupied with the interests of self. Speak up. It's time to be honest about the way you feel. I was used to being on my own. I didn't really want to be in a committed relationship. Life was easier as a lone wolf, but then I fell in love with you and realized at some point I was going to have to be honest with you about how I felt and what I want. However, when you all met, you had very different approaches to life or very different mindsets. And I do feel like one or both of you had to deal with some emotional or physically abusive connection. You may have connected over your experience with difficult relationships or controlling individuals. Anyone who's gone through that, you do not deserve that. And I'm sorry that you've been through that. Remember that you deserve respect and love, okay? We're going to continue with the Golden Art Nouveau. What else do we have? Hey, Pharaoh, how are you doing? We have the Moon, the Star in the reverse, Eight of Wands, and the Hierophant in the reverse. The truth is, I was secretive or elusive with you because I had a lot of things that I needed to work through, and I didn't want to talk to you about it. I wanted to work on some things before I approach you and talk to you about this because I knew you would reject me. I knew I needed to be more closely aligned with what you are working towards or what you want before I could pursue something serious with you. Now that I've worked on those things, now that I have a clear understanding of who I am, what I want, my ability to get those things, now I'm coming back around and I have an offer for you. Excellent. Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. Hell yeah, I could do a happy dance right now. This is exactly what I wanted to see for this person. Eight of Swords in the reverse is I had some mindset that was blocking me from going after what I wanted or blocked me from seeing what I needed to see. But I have this Nine of Pentacles adding on to that Eight of Swords in reverse saying I leveraged my intuition. I trusted my instincts. I listened to my spirit guides and I pursued the changes in life that I knew I needed to pursue. Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So it took this person a while, okay? It took them forever. But they have gotten to the point where now they are ready. They feel confident about themselves. They feel like there's a good chance they could make you happy or offer you what it is you're looking for. So they're not going to hold back anymore. They're not going to keep their feelings secret. They're going to tell you exactly what they want and hope that you agree with them. Hope that you're interested in that as well. This is the Power Tarot. Ten of Wells or Ten of Cups And neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle Lee. They view you as the only person they want to be with. If it's not you, I don't want anybody. That might be just a little bit toxic, or it might be that they really do know what they want. You've got the High Priestess energy. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. I do think that they have a greater awareness. They're more tuned in, or they listen to that intuition. Three of Paws, or the Three of Pentacles. With these materials and with the aid of my trowel, I began vigorously to wall up the entrance of the niche. This is how they're approaching the past lifestyle, their karmic lifestyle, or their choices. They're walling it up. I don't want to be like that anymore. I don't want to pursue that. I don't want to be around that type of energy. I don't want to put that energy out there. They are a changed person. Now, just to be clear, does that mean you have to choose them? No, but they have been taking time to work on things they needed to. Thank you, James. So that when they approach you, they have that ability to make an offer that you would actually be interested in. And then you have free will and you get to decide if you want it. All right, this is the situations deck. What else do we have? Hey, Divinely Protected. How are you doing? Lockbox. Closed in, trapped, frustrated. Toxic, unhealthy behaviors, people. So this is what was preventing them before. For some of you, they were in a relationship that was very unhealthy for them. They've been able to release themselves from that. For others of you, it's more of a community or a workplace thing. And oh my goodness. We've had 2 readings today where the Twin Flames card came out twice from these 2 decks. So these readings could be related, or it could be 2 sides of the same coin, right? But we have somebody who is determined to have this connection, this conversation, and tell you just how much you mean to them. Realization and karmic. They are also going to tell you that they have figured out, or they have clarity around a connection that was clearly karmic and not something that should be prioritized in their life. So you're going to hear about them cutting somebody off, ending a relationship, or even like moving away from a community, because that's not the energy they want to be around anymore. Ooh, drive safely, Aqua Beauty. Hello, Juliet. How are you doing? This is the Golden Girls. Seems appropriate for a Friday. What else do we have? Ten of Cups in the reverse. Someone leaving behind a community, going somewhere that takes them a little bit out of their comfort zone. King of Pentacles in the reverse. They quit their job. They finally were honest with themselves that what they were settling for was not the life they wanted. I feel like this is somebody who may have gotten fired or quit their job, moved out or broken up with somebody because they're looking at things and they're like, that's not what I want, so I'm not going to invest in that. That's not what I want to work towards, so that's a failure. Nope, I'm not going to do that anymore. What do I want to invest in? I'm going to like actually move towards that thing. So we've got a sense of direction, and with strength, there's no fears or insecurities that are causing this person to feel limited in their pursuit of happiness. We've got the Ten of Pentacles, a focus on the long term. What do I want to do to make money? Where do I want to live? Who do I want to be next to? And this is changing how they make their decisions. Nine of Pentacles, they're listening to their intuition and doing what they want instead of letting other people influence them. Remember, they were really worried about how other people would like view this, right? If they were to pursue you, would they be all judgy about it? Man, when aren't they judgy? We've got Knight of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Seven of Swords. You all can't get mad at me if I block you before I go do what I want to do. So I'm not friends with you. I don't care what you think about me. I'm going to go chase the love of my life. Deuces. I don't think they actually tell anybody, though. With the Seven of Swords, it's more like, I don't care what you all think. I'm going to go get what I want, and you can continue to be mad about it. I don't care. This feels like somebody just up and moving. We have the Fool and the Two of Swords. I made my decision. I want a new life. I don't want to get stuck in that same old energy. I know that what I need to change first and foremost is the energy around me. I do think this person's finding a new job. Letting go of emotionally manipulative family or friends. Devil in the reverse. Not letting fear control them anymore. And Chariot in the reverse. If this isn't going to go anywhere, I'm not going to waste my time investing in it. So this is reclaiming your power. They're finding a better way to approach this situation and feeling better about it. I'm really drawn to this Vessel card. They feel better physically or health-wise because they've been making better choices. And a lot of this has to do with how they feel about you and what kind of life they want now that they have been honest with themselves about it. This is the Romance Angel Oracle. Hi, Elise. Hello, Nick. How you doing? That should do it. I think that's a good approach, upper echelon. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Then we've got playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine and release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. This is what that person's been doing in terms of letting go of the old energy, right? The toxic karmic energy from the past. They're letting that go. They're walling it up. They're not interested in that anymore. Ooh, Lord. Hello, nobody. How are you doing? Just a little bit. Let's see. What's a good send off? We need a few from the Spiritual AF deck. All right. What else do we have? Gossip dies when it hits wise ears. Be kind-hearted and full of love, but maintain boundaries like a motherfucker. That's the secret sauce right there, guys. If you wouldn't say it to a friend, you shouldn't say it to yourself. We all deal with insecurities. We all deal with confidence issues. But I want you to remember that you have an obligation to yourself to be kind, okay? Show other people how they should treat you because you treat yourself that well. Loving is its own reward. This individual who's done the healing has realized that embracing their emotions has felt really good to them instead of running away from it all the time. Beautiful things happen when you distance yourself from negative shit. They're distancing themselves from that toxic community or that friend group, workplace, living situation, and starting to see the beautiful like ripple effect from making those positive changes and moving where you want to be. Love like people aren't total assholes. It's okay, guacamole. I'm extra AF too. When you are wrong, admit it. When you are right, be quiet. I might have to like staple this one to my own forehead, to be honest. I'm like the Leo DiCaprio, like, ooh, see, I was right. Tell me I was right. Come on. Quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. Don't sparkle less just because other people are dumb. Oops, I was supposed to say dull. Freudian slip, perhaps? A Friday fuck up? All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Don't get into too much trouble, please. Just a little bit, okay? Thank you for the likes and the subscribes, and thank you to the members. And I will see you on the next reading. Doodle!